Good evening. You be seated. My name is Jennifer Hodges, and I have the pleasure of serving as Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs here at Anoka-Ramsey Community College. I want to welcome you to the 2025 graduation ceremony for our Anoka-Ramsey Community College graduates. First, to graduates, the reason we are all here, congratulations on achieving this goal. We know this is just the first of many achievements to come. To the family and friends of tonight's graduates, we know that many sacrifices have been made along this educational journey. Thank you for your support of our students, and thank you for being here to recognize the importance of this event in the lives of our graduates. It is my honor and privilege to introduce President Dr. Hansen.
It's nice to see everybody here this afternoon. Thanks for coming out as we celebrate our Cambridge campus graduates. Before I have a few comments, but before I get going, I'd like to celebrate some folk here on the stage. We have some great faculty here at Anoka-Ramsey, and we have some great administrators and staff. I know that you have probably interacted with some of these faculty here in a very positive way, and I'm sure they have helped you get to where you are today, and so I'm very grateful to the work they do. You know, our Cambridge campus is really special, and these folks make it special, creating a culture that's welcoming to everybody and supporting our students. So faculty and administrators, can you stand and let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. I'm very grateful to the work that they do. And also, you have probably been escorted or helped by some of our great staff from our Cambridge campus. So if staff is out there somewhere, could you please rise and let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. So I always like to say a few words to the graduates. Don't have a big speech, but I want to share a little wisdom from my 34 years of experience working in higher education. So graduates, it's important for you to know that you can be, do, or have anything in this life as long as you're positive and believe in yourselves. There's one thing that I could give every student that comes through our doors is a big old dose of self-esteem. And if you believe in yourselves, you can accomplish anything. Speaking of being positive, as you move forward on your journey, you should keep in mind that everything in this universe is made up of energy. You should always be positive and put out positive energy into this world. There's this thing called the law of attraction, which is simple. It means like attracts like. So if you can be positive more often than not, positive things will happen to you. Sometimes life throws us a curveball. We get sad, depressed, or angry. This is normal. But what happens, you should always try and feel just a little better and just a little more positive. We've probably all had those days when one negative thing happens after another. You oversleep, you're late for class, you can't find your keys, you get a speeding ticket on the way to class. See how one thing piles on to another? That's sort of how the law of attraction works, but in a bad way, in reverse. So you should always try and check yourself and try and be positive. When you work with others, bring your positive energy to the team so that you feed off of each other. And then the other thing of being positive, and I always have to say this, you have to be positive at work and class because nobody wants to work with a crowd. And I'm sure you've experienced that through your days, so don't be that crabby person, okay? Be a good communicator. And one of the best aspects of being a good communicator is to be a good listener. And I know people have heard me say this. I'm just going to have to do it again because I do every year. I have to quote Judge Judy. Has anybody watched Judge Judy out there? My wife gets mad at me because I fill the DVR with all those old Judge Judy shows. But anyways, she has great advice for all of us, and especially you as graduates. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, and you should use them proportionately. So be a good listener. I know Peter's going to like this one. Read every day. We talk about that all the time. The importance of reading and gaining knowledge. Be a problem solver, not a problem creator. Remember that crabby person I talked about before? Take complete ownership for all areas that you're responsible for. Treat mistakes as learning opportunities. One thing I've learned over the years is things hardly ever turn out as bad as you think they will, especially if you can maintain that positive energy. Remember, graduates, believe in yourselves, stay positive, and accomplish anything in this life. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, President Hannon. I would now like to introduce our student speaker for tonight's ceremony, Ha-Ling Dao. Ha-Ling Dao is graduating with an Associate of Arts degree. Let's welcome her to the stage.
Good afternoon, esteemed faculty, family, friends, and my fellow grads. What an incredible honor it is to stand here today. As I look out across this room, I see not just caps and gowns, but stories. Stories of persistence, strength, and transformation. Today's more than a ceremony, it's a celebration of everything we've overcome to get to this very moment. Every late night, every early morning, every challenge we face, it has all led us here. For me, that story began thousands of miles away in Vietnam. That's where I saw for the first time how health problems can affect someone's life. When I was 13, my grandmother developed a dental condition that caused pain every day and took away the simple joy of eating, smiling, and laughing. And a moment lit a fire in me. I wanted to be a dentist, not just for her, but for people like her in the underserved communities. People who often suffer in silence because they don't have access to care. People whose voices aren't always heard. But just as I began building that dream, everything changed. My family moved to the United States, a new country, a new language, and a completely new life. I arrived with hope in my heart, but also with fear. I struggled. I couldn't understand my classmates. I fell behind in school. My grades dropped so low, I felt like I had lost everything, especially that dream of becoming a dentist. There were days I wanted to give up, days when I felt invisible, and days where I wondered if I would ever find my place here. And honestly, there were moments when I wasn't sure I'd keep going. But life has a way of teaching us that even in our lowest moments, we are being shaped into who we're meant to be. And sometimes it's the breaking that makes way for rebuilding. And it was here at Anoka-Ramsey Community College that everything began to shift. I found people who saw more in me than I saw in myself. Professors who believed in me, classmates who encouraged me, and staff who reminded me that I wasn't alone. And slowly, with that support and with relentless effort, I began to rise. I retaught myself how to learn, worked harder than I ever thought I could. I stayed up late studying, asked questions even when I was afraid, and I took every opportunity to improve. And by peace, I rebuilt not just my GPA, but my confidence, my resilience, and my hope. And here I am, graduating, not just from a school, but from doubt, from fear, and from the belief that I wasn't enough. This journey taught me something that I want to leave with each of you today. Even when you have to start over, even when dreams feel distant or impossible, don't give up on it. Hold on to it. You may have to reimagine it, you may have to take a longer path, but if you keep walking, if you keep believing, that dream can find its way back to you and become something even more powerful than first imagined. Each of us here has a story of struggle. Some of us juggled multiple jobs, took care of family while studying. Some battled mental health, illness, uncertainty, but we kept going. And that's what it represents, not perfection, but persistence. Not a straight line, but a journey made possible by perseverance. And this moment is proof we are stronger than we ever knew. To our families, our mentors, and our friends, thank you. Thank you for being our foundation. You lifted us up even when we couldn't stand our own. You were our safety nets, our springboards, and our greatest cheerleaders. Today we share these achievements with you. And to my fellow graduates, remember, your dream will never walk away from you. Only you can walk away from your dream. Your dream will never give up on you. Only you can give up on your dream. There is no dream too big. Every dream has a process. Every dream has a solution. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So hold tight to those dreams, let them guide you, let them grow, and never ever stop believing. I would like to dedicate the last part of my speech to my parents. My mom left her home, family, and friends behind to give the opportunity that she didn't have. She sacrificed her own dream to ensure that I can have mine. I wouldn't be standing on this without her, so Mom, there's nothing to do to show you how thankful I am. I'm so proud to be your daughter, so I hope to continue making you proud in everything that I do. Once again, congratulations, Class 2025. May you always have the strength and courage to follow your dreams fiercely. No matter where life takes you next, you never forget how far you already come. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing with us tonight. I'd now like to welcome Peter Wallstrom, Philosophy Faculty, to the podium to share this evening. Welcome, Peter.
Can you hear me okay? Okay. So congratulations to all the graduates and greetings to family and friends who are here to participate in this joyful rite of passage. As you heard, my name is Peter Wallstrom, and I have been teaching philosophy for the last 30 years, 25 of those at the Cambridge campus of Anoka-Ramsey Community College. I am thrilled to have this opportunity to speak before you. It brings my teaching career full circle as I am back where I started when I decided to pursue the teaching life. Like you, I sat in an auditorium like this over 40 years ago, waiting to walk across the stage and receive my diploma in general education at the Rochester Community College. The 2.5 years I spent there were life-changing for me. I came in knowing very little about the world or myself, and left with knowledge, skills, and direction forward. It gave me a foundation on which I could build a life of my choosing. This foundation has served well, and I have always been grateful for the institution that instilled it, the community college, which is a collective effort of teachers, administrators, and staff, all devoted to the mission of giving anyone who comes through the doors a transformative educational experience. Improbably, the community college combines access with excellence, and it works. I am here as proof positive that the community college is an institution that fulfills its mission and gives students the tools to succeed in life. And since you are all here, especially the graduates, I assume that you must agree to an extent with my view. If you take a moment to think about what you were when you first enrolled, and what you are now as you are prepared to leave, you must be struck, like I was, about how much this experience shaped you for the better. So if you feel this too, then I think it is an appropriate time to show our appreciation for this highly effective and beneficial institution with a little applause. So let's give it up for the Anoka-Ramsey Community College for being an institution that works and doesn't cost a lot of money. And as you progress in life, please remember your community college. It should come as no surprise that as a philosophy teacher, I tend to think philosophically about everything. For instance, you are all about to receive a degree. What does that even mean? On the surface, it means that you have reached a level of knowledge and ability. But beneath the surface, that degree means you are not only smarter than you were before, you are also more accomplished. In addition to your level of knowledge, that degree you earn is an indicator of what you are capable of doing. It bespeaks a level of accomplishment. It represents not only who you are at this stage in life, but also what you can do. But why a degree? What purpose does it serve? Again, on the surface, It is proof of progress toward a tangible goal. And for most of you, that goal is a rewarding career. Beneath the surface, that degree is a sign of your commitment to the pursuit of a good life, something we all seek, which often starts with a fulfilling career that brings you the kind of stability and prosperity that will help you realize your dreams. So, in a way, that degree is your ticket to the good life, and it can never be revoked. At the same time, although that degree may be necessary for achieving a good life, by itself, it is not sufficient. Along with that degree, you must also tend to yourself, cultivate certain traits, develop certain attitudes, and adopt certain practices to fill out life and make it a life worthwhile. The poet Emily Dickinson said, "What makes life so sweet is that it never comes again." So in addition to that degree, what are you going to do with the one life you have to live in order to ensure that when you look back on it in your final days, you will be able to say to yourself, that was a good life? This, I believe, is where a little philosophy can help. Since the dawn of human civilization, deep thinkers have pondered this mortal plane of existence in order to ascertain how best to live it. I think this is the right occasion to share some of their wisdom with you as you embark on your own quest of the good life, your degree in hand. I like to think of this the wisdom of well-being, because generally speaking, if you can achieve well-being, you're living a good life. So if it's all right with you, I would like to share with you some of the insights I have gained from teaching philosophy for 30 years about what it means to live well in this one life we have to live. Think of them as philosophical recommendations for well-being that reaches higher than even a fulfilling career, which is undeniably important to your well-being, but not the whole picture. From existentialist philosophy, we learn that each individual, each of you, the sum of their actions. As Jean-Paul Sartre famously said, we are what we choose to be. So what you choose to do in life basically defines who you are. In other words, who you are is not what you think you are, but what you do every day. So what should you choose to do if you wish to be the kind of person who will experience well-being? Do virtue. Make a habit of adopting and acting on positive character traits, like honesty, respect, integrity, and fairness. According to Aristotle, acting virtuously brings the best happiness in life, better even than material wealth, because it is more enduring and more fulfilling. If you lead a virtuous life, you will never ever wonder why you aren't happy. Here are a few virtues in particular that I think are worth attending to, the significant contribution they make to your own well-being. Do discipline. Discipline leads to a fruitful mind and a quiet soul. It means occasionally forsaking desire for the sake of necessities, but that is ironically the best way to experience life's finest pleasures. Saying no to fun things will get you into a good habit or a string of good habits that will lead to accomplishment in life. Discipline breeds accomplishment, which may be the highest value of good life that you can attain. Apply those good habits also to your lifestyle. Take care of your health with a disciplined regimen of healthy diet and frequent exercise. Turn your lifestyle to medicine, and you will avoid the diseases that impair life or cut it short. Although discipline is hard to embrace, once you do, it becomes second nature. There is great joy to be had from a disciplined life. Do kindness. One of the greatest philosophers ever, Immanuel Kant, reasoned that every person, because of their intrinsic humanity, deserve to be considered an end in themselves, which means that in every human interaction, we always treat each other with dignity. If we do this on a wide scale, the world becomes a fundamentally better place to live for everyone. And for those who practice this type of kindness, life becomes easier. The Greek tragic poet Euripides, a keen observer of humanity, realized this 2,500 years ago when he composed the line, "Kind people get on in the world with little effort." This thought reveals a constant of living well. Kindness creates a glide path through life, while anger obstructs it and makes life harder. Do excellence. In whatever you do, even if it is mundane and repetitive, continually strive to do it with excellence by refining your execution and perfecting your craft. Achieving excellence is its reward and adds the highest value to life. The beauty of it is that excellence can be pursued in any endeavor. We all have the ability to become excellent at what we do. So a good approach in life is to always err on the side of excellence. Seek excellence in whatever you do, and your life will become illustrious. Do the earth. Take time to reconnect nature as often as you can, and with as little technology as you need. Ditch the screens and the motors, and manually engage with the natural world where you can open your senses, expand your awareness, and learn how to revel in the minimum more than the maximum. Take time to detach yourselves from civilization. Take time to wander in nature and wonder about nature and yourself. By doing so, you come to appreciate the earth as your true and happy home. Return the unadulterated and primitive earth as often as you can for ongoing improvement of your own character, well-being. Do keep learning, both inside and outside of your profession, even after you finish formal schooling. In particular, keep learning how to use the most powerful tool for advancing your own interests and enriching your mental state, which is language. Fortunately, improving skill in language is easily done simply by doing what President Hansen advised. Continue reading and continue writing. Thoughtful reading and writing by itself will teach you how to wield the formidable shaping power of language and help climb the ladder of success in life. And whatever you do, don't surrender its power to artificial intelligence. AI delivers satisfactory end results for the time being. Obviously, you don't need to be convinced of the value of this behavior, but it is reminding you that laughter is the best medicine, especially in hard times. The philosopher Nietzsche remarked that humans alone invented laughter because we suffer so deeply. Suffering, as you will agree, is the opposite of well-being. It is ill-being. But, paradoxically, it also benefits us because it gives our lives meaning. Testing us, it strengthens us and improves our character and spirit. So, oddly enough, ill-being is necessary for well-being. That alone ought to make you chuckle. We can diminish suffering, and we have to a great extent, but we can't escape entirely, nor should we. In that case, limit your desires because, as the Buddha came to understand, desires are the ultimate cause of suffering, and seek laughter often as the best antidote to the suffering you must endure. Sorry if that got a little heavy. However you choose your meaning in life, I hope your path to well-being is a fruitful one, that through your choices and actions, you'll experience a rich interior life and a beautiful exterior one. And as you progress through the life pursuit of well-being, may you come to an advanced age where you can look back fondly on the life you chose and embrace the wisdom of the ancient philosopher Epicurus, who said, "It is not the young person who should be thought happy, but the old person who has lived a good life." And if you wish to someday become that old person, feeling the content of a life well lived, but the philosophical perspective I have just presented made no sense to you, let me sum it all up with a simple adage: aim high, keep your head up, be virtuous, and respect your fellow humans. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter, for your words of inspiration and wisdom. Let's give a show of appreciation for our speakers this evening. Will the graduates please rise? President Hanson, I present to you the graduating class of 2025. They have completed all of the requirements for their respective degrees and have met the requirements as set forth by the faculty and the college. Graduates, you may now be seated until you are released by your row to approach the stage.
I get the best part. I get to announce these amazing students who are completing their degrees tonight. So, all right. Our first graduate, Hling Dao. Shelby Albers. Alexa Aljetz. Alina Archambault. Allison Benfield. Alexia Berry. Grace Bloomer. Mayla Bloom. Mark Boyle. Anastasia Carpenter. Allison Cattell. Madison Christofferson. Haley Diaz. Darian Dick. Diana Doten. Per Eckerholm. Kaylee Erickson. Gunnar Erickson. Dakota Esget. Shelby Gambino. Groutman. Allison Grohens. Summer Hennen. Linnea Hernandez. Casey Hodroff. Faith Hort. Chaz Johnson. Penny Johnson Showers. Bernard Kenmere. Patricia Kolyanin. Delana Lore. Ireland Lunzer. Zoe Lunder. Hallie Maltrude. Winnie McCourt. John McCachran. Joseph Ment. Andrea Millis. Cassie Myers. Emma Nell. Elle Nielsen. Ava Nyquist. Amanda Oman. Lainey Olson. Caitlin Pachuco. Madison Pendergrass. Janelle Peterson Elkire. Becca Phillips. Ashlyn Redding. Caitlin Reddy. Jack Rybel. Ashley Riley. Selena Nexus. Faith Richter. Claire Sampson. Anna Schneider. Danielle Seeley. Madison Serpico. Alan Simonson. Amanda Smith. Addison Stam. Jennifer Stuber. Akila Thomas. Caitlin Rees. Allison Wendland. Rachel Wolf. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
One more little formality we have to take care of here. So, by virtue of the authority granted to me by the Minnesota State Colleges and Universities Board of Trustees, I hereby award each of you the degree for which you applied and all rights and privileges accorded that degree. You may now turn your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left, signifying your status as graduates of Anoka-Ramsey. Congratulations and best wishes for the next step of your journey. Family and friends, as we prepare to conclude the commencement ceremony, please remain in your seats as the graduates exit the auditorium. We invite you to proceed directly to the lobby to meet your graduates and join us for a reception. Please join me, audience, in congratulating our graduates one more time.